Fighting out of the blue corner, wearing cloth gold, official weight 174 1/4 pounds. His professional record stands at 21 fights, 20 victories, including 17 knockouts, with a KO ratio of 81%. Originally from Port-au-Prince, Haiti, now living, training, and fighting out of Norway, Quebec, Canada, the challenger, former WBC super middleweight silver belt champion, Adonis Superman Stevenson. And fighting out of the red corner, wearing black with red, officially weighing in at 173 1/2 pounds. His professional record stands at 31 victories, including 17 knockouts, with 2 defeats, 1 no contest, 1 no decision. From New Haven, Connecticut, USA, the 2-time reigning, defending light heavyweight champion of the world, Chad Dawson.
Okay, ladies. Thank you, ladies. All right, both you men receive my instructions. I want a good, clean fight. Obey my commands. Remember to protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves now, men. You're boxing at the bell. God bless both of you.
It's the classic boxer versus the puncher. The smooth skills of Chad Dawson. The raw power of Adonis Stevenson. At stake, Dawson's WBC light heavyweight title. And for the winner, potentially a meeting with Liverpool's Tony Bellew. Scheduled for 12, Stevenson in the yellow. Dawson in the black with the red trim. Stevenson coming through with a right hand jab, trying to follow up with the left hand. A battle of 2 southpaws, of course. Sometimes that can make it a bit messy. A fast, sharp start by both men here, Jim.
Yeah, but I think Dawson's plan is to put Stevenson on the back foot, maybe to take away some of his power, but he's walked on a couple of shots already. With a good positive attitude from the champion. They're putting meat into the jab, stepping in behind it.
Well, for all the questions we had about Dawson and his confidence after the debacle against Ward, big question, I suppose, against Stevenson as well. Oh, there is the power! Left hand has worked Dawson out!
He's not going to recover from that. This fight is over. We'll see how his legs are when he gets up. Right, he's gone.
He is totally blown away.
He's gone. His hands are not up.
There's Michael Griffin has stopped it. He had to. A one-punch wipeout from the new light heavyweight champion of the world. And that is going to send serious shockwaves through the division.
Well, a terrific punch, a terrific performance and a terrific result. And we cannot make excuses about Dawson, coming down losing to Andre Ward. That was a terrific punch that would have knocked out most light heavyweights. It was a corker, and as soon as Dawson hit the floor, I knew it was over. You could see the way he looked in a trance. He didn't know where he was when he stood up. His legs would hardly obey him. His hands were at his side when they should have been back in the boxing positions. The referee had one quick look and waved it off, quite rightly so.
Jim, I was just about to say, big question, can he carry the power at light heavyweight that he had at super middle? And as I was about to ask the question, bang, he detonated.
Yeah, well, Dawson came out aggressively, and he had already walked onto a couple of shots from Stevenson. Stevenson was holding his own. So Dawson, I think he believed he was a different league, a different class to Stevenson, and he was going to prove that to everybody.
Look at this.
He neglected his defences, and he paid the price.
I mean, they're trying to blame the referee for a premature stoppage there. Do me a favour. He was out on his feet today. Goodness knows how he got up. He could not have let that go on, Michael Griffin, or he would have been seriously hurt. That was no premature stoppage. No way.
No, when he got up to outright, he did not put his hands in the box on possession. He didn't look at his opponent. He looked in a daze. He looked in a different world. Bang on. Terrific left hand. It's the left hand from that southpaw stance that causes the damage in all of Stevenson's fights. Bang! Bang on the chin, and the way he collapsed to the floor. That wasn't a knockdown. He collapsed to the floor. That punch took everything away from him. At that point, it looked completely all over. When he got to his feet, you could see the legs were unsteady. That there was no urgency. No sharpness in his eyes. It's as though he didn't know where he was. I mean, look at the effect that punch has had. Look at his eyes here. He's showing no interest. It's as though he doesn't know what's happening. His speech looks slurred the way he's talking. His movements aren't right. No, I think the referee did exactly the right thing. I know a world title's on the line, but he did exactly the right thing.
No question. Absolutely no question about it. And look what that means to 35-year-old Adonis Stevenson, the big underdog here, but he always had that puncher's chance. And I'll tell you what, Carl Froch might be watching this and saying, you know what, Adonis, you stay at light middleweight, don't bother coming back down to super middleweight. And I'm sure even Tony Bellew is looking at that going, you've got to watch that man's power. Any light heavyweight in the world has got to look at this fella and say, if he can wipe out someone like Chad Dawson, he can wipe out anybody.
And it wasn't just the one-punch finish. He got a couple of punches on target already. Dawson, more aggressive than we're used to seeing him. Maybe he came into the ring tonight feeling he had something to prove. That he was still the best light heavyweight in the world. He lost at super middleweight. But look at the joy here. And you have to congratulate this fellow. He stepped up into a weight division. He stepped up a huge leap in class. And a terrific result, a terrific punch, and a terrific result.
So the future is bright for Adonis Stevenson. It's clouded for Chad Dawson. Well, last time out, you could say I went down to super middleweight. That explained it. Nothing explains this.
The birth of a boxing superstar. The end comes at 1 minute, 16 seconds of the very first round. The winner by knockout victory with dedication to Emmanuel Stewart and the new WBC light heavyweight champion of the world, Adonis Superman